Storm is August 8th. Where do we find Into the Storm, by the way, on August 8th?
At your local movie theaters across America.
Wide release.
Maybe even Europe. I don't know how they're doing it, but I know North America you'll find it.
And Matt plays a storm chaser.
Yes.
Who else in the film?
Sarah Wayne Callies, if you watch The Walking Dead.
No, but I'm the only person.
I don't watch it either. Richard Armitage, who was King of the Dwarves in the first two Hobbits that were just made.
Oh, now we're
He has a
talking.
huge prosthetic.
Now we're talking.
And then a bunch of young kids who have like 2 million Twitter followers on Nickelodeon. Nathan Kress, nice kid, Max Deacon, Jeremy Sumter, who played Peter Pan.
My feeling with the undead is, you know, we're all undead. My dad's undead, straight boy. You know what I mean? Like, seems like, hey, these are the undead who walk amongst us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Technically, we are all undead.
Yeah,
Some of us seem dead.
Every douchebag who cuts you off in traffic is amongst the undead who drive amongst us.
So you don't need that for entertainment. You get enough of it.
Not into the zombies and the werewolves and the vampires and I'm not interested in the new sexy. Not, you know, the
sexy dragons.
Yeah, right.
But True Bloods is a sexy show.
Yeah.
That's got werewolves and vampires, or just
And fairies.
I don't
all
want
of it.
Okay.
Right.
But
Would you like
there's not
comedy?
any fairies. They're F-A-E-R-Y-S fairies.
They're F-A...
E-R-Y-S.
Ride a boat that you can put your car on?
No, that's I don't call that one.
Oh, gotcha. Well, what's this kind of fairy?
It's the super fantasy spelling of fairy.
Other dimensions, but they have wings and...
Like if you go to Ren Fair.
They're full size.
Right. And Matt, so what do you you're not into any of the nonsense then?
I like a good comedy horror, like your American Werewolf or Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
If there's comedy in it, I'll watch it, but I don't get into the... Oh, I liked, what was it, 24 Hours? Or 28 Days? Sorry.
28 Days, yeah. Yeah.
I think it's super fun.
Yeah.
Yes, I like 28 Days. That was good.
Did you see Cabin in the Woods?
I did not.
Oh, I want to see Cabin in the Woods.
Great. I loved it.
I have a list of movies I can never remember because they never show up on cable, and Cabin in the Woods is one of them.
It's a smart movie, funny movie.
I've heard that, yeah. It uses a lot of genres. They kind of
Yeah, it's like a full-on horror movie at some parts, and then it's a complete, comedy at other parts. It's very Richard Jenkins, and it's really...
I love it.
Do we need the in the woods part? Because they just call it the cabin.
Well, they're making fun of the horror movies in a lot of ways, so the Cabin in the Woods is sort of a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing.
Okay, so we should see that.
Sure.
We should all say Into the Storm, which again hits theaters on August 8th. Did anything hairy during the filming? Because they have to throw some stuff around, like
the craziest thing, like stunt-wise, I got to do is they have to replicate. I drive this tank, this storm chaser tank that has these pylons that go out and supposedly drill into the ground, but it was a Dodge standard chassis, some heavy set pickup truck, and then they hung all this heavy plated armor on it, so it was really heavy. And then for this one scene, I'm trying to save people, and I'm blocking like a sewer grate because it's become a wind tunnel, so I'm blocking it to save people. And they hitch the back of it to a crane, and I'm in this thing, and it's a metal box, there's jagged edges inside it.
Right.
And they're hoisting the back and swinging the back wheels off the ground like this.
Right.
And I have to unhitch from the front seat, climb in the back, and get in the turret, and then re-hitch. And that was very frightening, because I banged my head on some jagged metal, and it wasn't prepped.
And
that was the only bad news.
They're going to, and they'll use a computer, and they'll get the crane out of the picture.
Look at the picture, and they'll paint in a storm lifting me, yes.
Yeah.
But that was about the hairiest stunt I had to do. And a lot of going out into a field like a bunch of migrant workers, and then just rain towers, just getting about 30 people wet.
Julie Louis-Dreyfus, she's good, isn't she?
She is good.
She was just watching her and
she's good.
No, but I don't. Enough said. Yeah, I don't think I knew how good she was 10 years ago.
The show, particularly Beef, allows everyone to have their moment. Everyone's good on the show.
Yeah, she's exceptionally good on the show, but she's always been good.
I know. I just don't. I don't think I appreciated her. Maybe because she was cute or something.
She's very specific with what she wants as well, right? Because I was reading an article with there was some joke that she was going to have you do live, and it involving a sandwich, and she was very specific about what kind of sandwich,
Peanut butter and jelly and white bread, yeah. She's She's very, she likes the details. She's very pro about the joke, and she really, she works hard at it. She's really good. Yeah, she's really good.
And I'm sorry. We're talking about groundlings, or we're talking about Second City when we spoke last. And you're coming up.
I did Second City for a year. I toured. I never did Groundlings, and I did a place called Improv Olympic in England. I came out of Chicago. I came out of Chicago.
Was the Improv Olympics in L.A. first and then Chicago?
No, Chicago.
It started in Chicago, came to L.A.
Started in Chicago, came out of LA.
Because they had it out. I mean, I remember from back in the day out here. At least got in the 80s.
Yeah,
Or
they were
some-
out here
some
probably
point.
then. Yeah.
Off of Cahuenga or off of what is that one, right around, there's an old theater on like Hollywood Boulevard, and right before you got to Hollywood on, I think it was not Cahuenga, not
Vine, but
not Vine, you know where it splits off and goes
Ivar?
sort of not in front of the Hollywood Bowl, but
international
close.
show.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is there anymore, but anyway. Was it Ivar? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I went there. I remember going there and performing because I was like, our troupe was going to take on their troupe.
Oh,
It was
really?
a gayer version of the Sharks and the Jets. You could imagine.
Gayer?
Gayer.
And what was the format? Were you just doing improv or what?
I don't remember, but I remember. Yeah, it was just improv. But the Olympians they were short ones, and I went to go play for the opposing team.
Okay.
Essentially, and then we won.
Oh, okay.
But I couldn't celebrate our victory too much because it was really a long ride home with the losers on my team. Who weren't on my
That's a
team.
gift you, though. I
Yeah.
wonder how that was determined.
Do you think they gave away the weakest player, to be honest?
No, the only thing I was good at was that.
Okay.
That was my only strength. That and softball at the time were the only. So
It's also valuable to a comedy theater.
when you're
Softball
playing
teams-
softball, when you do improv comedy, you do play a fair bit of softball. It's
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
I saw a game in Chicago where a guy got kicked in the face on the ground during a theater league softball game.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm like,
that-
this is not.
It got violent.
It got violent. Yeah.
Mm.
And I was on the team where the guy did it. I'm like, this doesn't matter that much.
And Jeremy Piven's never been the same.
So, Matt, Into the Storm, Veep, anything else coming up that you'd like to
Plug?
I don't know, or just interesting
sure.
to talk about?
I did a movie in Spain. I was in the Canary Islands. You know where those are?
Yeah. I mean, never been there, but
They're like, I didn't know where they are. They're like 30 miles west of Africa, so they're pretty far south of Spain. And it's kind of like Oahu. It's loaded with tourist resorts and things like that. And that was kind of interesting.
What was the movie?
It's called Wild Oats. It's like a older person's comedy. But I got to hang out with like Billy Connolly. You know that? Have you ever
Sure.
had him on?
No, but
From head of the class?
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
funny
has
dude.
he done anything since then? Yeah,
He
he's
does
really
stand-up,
good.
and he's like
I know.
revered in England.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. He's, well, we were sort of talking about the list of guys you'd like to say were the handful of guys you'd like to be leaving your house as someone you were trying to impress was coming over.
Yeah.
And
Questlove.
he would be Questlove with Billy
Main one.
Connolly would be the two guys I'd like to just to be leaving and not
Unlikely pairing.
but not talking about anything
No.
we discussed inside
They're
the
just
house.
extras, basically.
You're just walking, and if you're walking by, like, I just say, Matt, yeah, come by the house around noon, and we sit by the window, and I cue them, and I go, be super casual, and then just, if you want to say hi to Matt, like, say hi to Matt, but don't go like, this is a very special trip we made out of town. No extra talk, no baskets that filled with fruit, like, it's a Saturday. It's every Saturday. Separate cars, you know what I mean?
I like that. I think I'd go like the head of the International Monetary Fund. I could get that.
But not recognizable.
But not recognized.
You'd have
So
to
it's
be
gotta be
wearing-
celebrity.
You have to be wearing his outfit.
How about like Warren Buffett, the guy who's like that billionaire?
Yeah, I still think they might go.
Who's
"That's
that
Rachel
old
guy."
man? Yeah.
Yeah,
It depends what crowd you're trying to impress.
it's true.
You also don't have to be like, oh, that was, like, if someone's like, oh, dude, that was it.
But
yeah,
if
yeah, that was.
Questlove and Billy
That's
Connolly
amazing.
were leaving my house, and then you showed up,
I'd be impressed.
then I'd do it like here. We'll do a little improv.
Sure.
You.
I'm in the
You be
driveway
impressed,
walking
and you
up.
ask. No, you
Oh.
you come in the house.
We're already in the house and
I
they've
just
left.
let you in. Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Huh?
Was that Questlove and Billy Connolly?
Oh, yeah.
What were they doing here? How do you know
Hold
them?
on, do you want some cheese or
No,
something?
how do you know them? What's happening? Are you...
Quest?
Yeah. Oh,
Bill?
sorry, Quest.
Yeah, they were just over. Do you want some cheese or
Just
something?
over. Billy Connolly doesn't even live out here. What is he doing?
Have you had the Fresca that's bottled with real sugar, like cane
No.
sugar?
You never, in all the years I've known you, you've never told me that you hang out with Questlove and Billy
Oh,
Connolly.
Quest. He's been to parties that you've been at, hasn't he?
I've never met him in all the times
Oh.
I've been around you.
Anyway,
Never.
I didn't know they were coming by, but I told them they had to clear out because you were coming over.
I wish you didn't.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't know you knew those guys. I know you.
I
knew
don't
those.
really know them, but I
Oh
would
well,
love
that's
to
why I
know
told them to clear out. I didn't know.
It's fucking amazing.
Well, I invited you over, Matt, so we could have some Fresca string cheese. And anyway, Quest and Bill, they swung by, and I didn't want to be rude to them, but I was like, I didn't want to be rude to you either, so
I feel like I can't deliver anything interesting after you just hung out with those two people.
you're fine.
All
What
right.
about that movie you did with the typhoon or something?
The tornado movie, that's not
Yeah.
interesting.
Well,
That's not interesting.
yeah, I started to tell Quest about it.
No, like, Billy Connolly used to open for Elton John. I would love to interview him. Like, that guy's interesting.
Well, Elton's here.
What?
Yeah, I told him to clear out.
No. He's here now?
Well, I told him to go in the pool room.
No, please.
Oh, he's just back there in the pool room.
Let's go.
I got a
Let's go.
guitar back there. He just fiddles around. But this is our time, Matt.
No. We see each other plenty. Let's go meet Elton.
Okay.
Please, for me. I won't bug him for a
All right,
photo.
hold
I just
on.
want to talk to him.
Reggie.
You call him Reggie? His real name.
Yeah.
Got
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
we're friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get your Fresca or not? I didn't know if you...
I can't even eat or drink. I just want to meet that guy.
Okay.
I want to meet him.
Reggie's playing the guitar.
Let's go.
You sure? Because this is kind of our time.
No.
Okay.
Let's go meet Elton John.
Okay.
Sir Elton John. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. I gotta keep a Casio back there just for him to kind of
He's
fuck
just
around.
noodling?
He's just noodling on the Casio.
Oh my God.
Okay. All
It's
right.
amazing to have that guy play
Yeah.
that in your house.
Yeah. All right. Watch your
Sounds good.
Watch your step. That's Maya Angelou's corpse. She just,
Who did it?
I'm saying no. She
killed her.
was an older woman, but
She's been around a while. I'm surprised they haven't buried her.
well, it's kind of like the Stanley Cup. Those who are close get a little time with her. You know what I mean? And this is my time. But I don't want to talk about her because we're here for you.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess I'll have a Fresca. Yeah.
Okay, have that Fresca. And Steve. Thank you.
Oh my God, applause again. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think the thing about
You guys
Quest
just
Love...
came up with that off the top of your head.
Yeah, sweet.
Wow.
I sense sarcasm in
Wow.
that observation. I sense
No,
sarcasm.
nope.
I
My
think
voice just
the
sounds
key
like
to Quest and Billy Connolly leaving your house is be very nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love that movie.
And try to make it more about you. That's my love.
Unrelenting.
That's right. All right, shall we do some news, Allison Rosen?
The news with Allison Rosen. To read some news from her iPad, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Allison. And when it's time to wrap it up, she'll sign it up with zip it cut. Allison.
Now, wait a minute. You did a movie on the Canary Islands with Questlove. We never got to the bottom of it.
Billy Connolly.
Right. And that will, do we, it's weird, but I have to ask what the plan is for every movie now, because
Sure.
they're not all just coming out. Some of them are going here
I
and
think the
going there.
Weinsteins are going to distribute it, so you'll probably see it on a flight, an international flight soon.
Mm-hmm.
Would be my guess.
Well, that
I guess next year.
next year.
Yeah, they're still filming the rest of it in New Orleans.
All right. Shall we do it, Allison?
Mm-hmm. So Anthony Cumia did his first TV appearance since being fired. He was on Red Eye. It was a really good segment. I would advise people to, if you want to hear him speaking about it, and all the hosts of the show really, they weren't asking him softball questions. Like at one point he said it wasn't racist, and Andy Levy's like, how can you say that wasn't racist? So perhaps we'll link, Mediaite has the clip, perhaps we'll link it to AdamCroll.com. But anyway.
We can agree that Gutfeld, Greg Gutfeld, the nicest of the right-wing guys.
Yeah. Really.
I don't have anything against right-wing guys. That's me. I don't want him to be douchey, but he's got a great sense of humor.
The thing
has
about
his opinion,
Greg,
sticks with him.
yes, one of the things I love about Greg is that he will always go for the joke before he'll go for the political point.
Yes.
And I enjoy that in a person.
Like it. Yeah.
Okay, so Kumia said,
And the show's fun.
yes, he was asked if he were offered his job back in exchange for apologizing, would he do that? And he said, I will never apologize for this. I didn't do anything wrong. I go off on airs like this, I curse, I say horrific things about people who piss me off, and that's exactly what I did. Why am I going to apologize and say I am different or I changed? I haven't. It would be a phony, bogus apology. If it happened again, I would do the same thing.
I'm going to hesitate for just a moment, and then perhaps do the same thing. There'd be a little moment where his wife or somebody tapped him on the
Right.
shoulder and went,
Well, it's funny.
Have a
Someone
beer
asked
and
him
relax.
if the message of his tweet was that he was sick of his job.
Well, there are, certain things you do in life to sort of get off the treadmill. I do believe, whether you know it or not. I have seen instances where people just sort of I went out and here's
Like
a way to get out.
suicide by
Yeah.
cop.
Yeah. Or having a paper is another way you can get cops to try to kill you. But either way, though I appreciate the guy's fortitude, because I think we just need more of that. Like, I can't stand. How many fake apologies have you heard in the last 10 years? Like in the last decade?
From you or from everyone?
From me and everyone.
A lot.
A lot, right?
Yeah. Never end.
I'm sorry you've had to hear all
Well,
this.
thanks for apologizing. I appreciate that. Wait.
Is there anything less satisfying than the thing that the publicist prepared and then reads
Right.
and sounds so stiff and it never has an ounce of
And
humanity
it never
in
turns
it?
into a real conversation about what's
No,
happening.
right.
Like, it never goes deeper into a real conversation. Everybody just goes into public relations mode,
Right.
backs away, and tries to save face.
That's right. It's weird. It's